Hello everyone and welcome to my tutorial on how to make a 1x2 flush redstone door. And you might be asking yourself, or you might already know, why you need a flush redstone door. Maybe you need a vault. Maybe you need to hide something, right? Flush hidden doors are great ways to hide things, because you'll never know what's there. For example, perhaps you want to build a base right here in this mountainside, right? And you don't want nobody to know about it. A little hidden base or a vault or whatever it might be. And you're just so sick and tired of having to break blocks just to get in here. Or you're just tired of having a door right here and you just think people will come by and see and steal all the good stuff you have in here, right? Well, no longer, because I can turn this into this. You can get out by pressing this button. And as you can see, it's pretty hidden. It's not bad, And you can have other key forms if you really want it to be super hidden. Plant a tree right here, etc. You can have like hidden keys, which we might go over later on in another tutorial. But let's get into it. So now let's talk about some of the components we're going to use. And of course, some of those key concepts we're going to utilize while building this door. So we're going to be using solid block sticky pistons, comparators, repeaters, redstone torches, buttons, redstone itself, and glass blocks. Now let's hop down and do a quick little overview of some of the concepts we're going to be using. We have signal reversal, which is simply you run a redstone signal into a solid block. If you put torches on any side of the block or on top and press and run a redstone signal through it, it'll reverse the signal. So for example, if we have a piston, the piston is powered. You power the block, unpowers the redstone torch, and unpowers the piston. That's a really important concept here. Now we're going to talk about through block power. And what that simply means is, same as this, anything that a block is touching that is powered by redstone, right, is going to get powered itself. So this is touching this block, we power the block, and it's through power, okay? Another thing is glass does not do through power redstone. Okay, it will not through power this. As you can see, it does not get a signal. The piston does not activate. The next, and this is kind of a more important and customizable option that you can do on your door to make it open longer or shorter, is the signal time extender. And what this does is simply extends the signal time. Okay, as you see, it's very quick. And then we have a 4 comparator extender and a 6 comparator extender, and you'll see right here the difference. And you can see this one is going to run out first, and this one is going to run out last, okay? And just to show you again, I'll do that one first. That way you don't think it's because I pressed this button first. And there you go. It turns off after, even though I pressed it first. And then the last concept, which is kind of our most crucial concept, is going to be the signal delay. And this really goes into sequencing our doors because we don't want all the pistons to activate at once. We want them to be delayed. And how this does is you can have 1 tick of delay, which is a standard repeater, and then you have 2 ticks, 3 ticks, and 4 ticks. We're going to stick that back on 1 tick, and this is on 4 ticks delay. And what a tick is, if you don't know what a tick is, simply just a unit of time in Minecraft. I don't know if it's a millisecond or a second, but it's very, very short. As you can see, this one goes first and that one goes second. If I put another one right here and put that also on 4 ticks of delay, you see that is much more delayed. And now we are going to start our tutorial section of this video. So the materials you're going to need for this build is quite simple. It's a very cheap door. You need 6 sticky pistons, 4 comparators, 3 repeaters, 2 stone buttons, 3 redstone torches, 22 redstone. Get about a stack of glass, a stack of solid blocks, but you really only need 38. And I use 2 orange concrete just for the tutorial, but you can use any solid block, of course. If this is a secret tunnel, I would definitely recommend using the same block as its surroundings. So if it's stone, use stone, dirt, use dirt. It doesn't matter, you can use whatever blocks you want as far as these last 2 solid blocks. So let's get started with the tutorial. So for our dimensions, we're really going to be centering all this around our door location itself. I imagine that you already have a hallway built or something like that, and you already have a doorway that you want. So we're going to be centering this around the doorway itself. So the total dimensions of this square is 9 by 9, and you're going to have to dig 5 high. with pretty much 2 blocks below your bottom block of your door, or 1 block below your floor layer. Okay, and the door is positioned on the 4th block from the left. So you got 1, 2, 3, and then your floor block, and then 5 on the other side of your door. So 3 on the left side of your door, 5 on the right side of your door. Once you have that front row sorted out, then just dig your 9x9 square and just dig it 1 more deeper than your floor block that you have existing already, and we're ready to go for the tutorial. Okay, so once you have your door area dug out, now we're going to go behind the door, and we're going to place floor blocks, pretty much 4 floor blocks. And then on this one, I'm going to switch this with a blue stained glass. You don't have to do that. I'm just making it a little bit easier for you guys to see. So you're going to give yourself a 1 block space behind your door, and you're going to place 2 sticky pistons like so. You're going to come this way, and you're going to stick 4 sticky pistons like this. Okay, so our next step is we're going to get these 2 door pistons powered. And how we're going to do that, you're going to place 2 solid blocks like this. You're going to go out 2 more from the bottom block. And you're going to place 1 block below right in the middle. You're going to take your redstone torches, you're going to place 2, 1 right here, and 1 right here. As you can see, that powered the bottom block through that through power of that block. And now we're going to place a redstone dust here, and a repeater right here, and that powers those 2. Okay, so now let's move around to the other side of our door and power these 4 pistons. We're going to start again by placing our solid blocks in this formation, 2 on the bottom pistons, 1 like this, temporary block, another block on the side of that temporary block, and then destroy this one, and you should be left with something like this, 2 and then a diagonal 1. Throw you down a redstone torch, and 2 pieces of redstone dust, and now your 4 pistons are powered. So now that we got everything powered, I'm going to go over a little bit of how this door works. So first you need to run power to this to turn that off, and then these 4 pistons, if we go over here and do a signal reversal on this torch, we'll move those blocks out the way, and then there you go. And then to do that, we have to go in reverse sequence, this, and then this. I like to use switches to get my sequence down before I go into my setting up my repeaters and all my tick delays and stuff like that, so that you can kind of get an idea of how you got to do it. But let's get started with our sequencing. Okay, so we're going to start right here in the back of our build, and we're going to place a repeater up against this block to turn off these 2 torches, and we're going to place a repeater against this block with this redstone torch on it. Now we're going to run redstone in between these 2. Whoops. And then we're going to destroy this block right here. We're going to put a repeater down, and then we're going to put that on 3 ticks delay. So just click it twice. And now that we've done that, we should be able to just put a button here just to test it real quick to make sure we did everything right. Press the button, and you should see all the magic happening over there. Let's see if you can't catch it. Yep. And boom, boom. Very good. All right. So now you see why we have to put in the signal extender. There's no way you're going to make it through that door in that little bit of time. And with this design, we actually have an integrated signal extender. So let's get that started. Okay, so our signal extender is going to go right here in these 9 blocks that I have designated as yellow glass. Of course, that's just for you guys. You don't have to dig it out and replace it with glass, obviously. But let's get started. So right here, beside this block that has the repeater on top, we're going to place 2 redstone like this. We're going to place 2 redstone comparators facing this way. We're going to flip around and place 2 more comparators facing this way. And then place 3 redstone right here, and you should see that connect to this. And now, if we place a button right here and activate it, the door should stay open much longer. And that will allow you to pass through, and then the door will close behind you after a certain amount of time. Alright, and now we're going to add our button to open it. So put a button right there. We're going to do a little redstone or a glass stair right here, but you can use solid blocks if you want to. And you just connect those up to this block, and you press the button, and it should open like this. And now, of course, we have to add a way to get out. So let's go ahead and add 2 blocks distance, give you some room to walk through. And then we're going to place 2 temporary blocks out here. We're going to push this wall out 1 like that. So now you got yourself a nice 3 wide hallway that you can extend however so long you want that way. Open it up into a big room however you want, right? But we're going to place our exit button right here. And all you got to do is make yourself a little glass staircase down there, and then connect that up with some redstone. And that's it. And you can make this exit button wherever you want, but again, it's got to hit this little blue piece of glass. It's got to go into this comparator right there. And same thing with this side. You could put your button however you want to, but it's got to go in that comparator. Then you press the button, and then it'll let you out. And then we'll press the button, and then it'll go back in. Just like that. So as you can see, this is pretty much the end of the tutorial, but I'm going to add you a special little bonus piece in here. I'm going to show you just kind of quickly, and this is pretty much self-explanatory, but I'm going to hook up a little stone pressure plate right here. You just put your pressure plate down, run it around. I'm going to put a repeater right here simply to strengthen this redstone signal. Actually, we'll put it right here, why not? And run that through there, so whenever you come walking through, hit that, go out, come back in, and should close behind us. There you go, right? So guys, that is the end of the tutorial. If you have any kind of questions whatsoever, please send me a message, or you can leave me a comment below, and we will try to get those answered the best that we can. But thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.